Good morning, student. Today in chapter number 6, we will discuss about the growth of Sufism and Chishtis in the subcontinent. Growth of Sufism. Now we discuss about the two things. The first one is the silsila. Silsila literary meaning a chain signifies a continuous link between a master and a disciple. Master means teacher, disciple means like as a student. It means a link between a teacher and a student, stretching as an unbroken spiritual genealogy of the Prophet Muhammad. Genealogy means given to the expression of opinion very strongly or very in a positive way. Sufi silsila began to appear in different parts of the Islamic world around the 12th century. Means in the 12th century, this Sufi tradition was spread up in mostly in the Islamic countries in the whole world. Now we will discuss about the Dargah. Dargah is a Persian term. Its meaning is court. When the sheikh died, his tomb shrine became a center of devotion of his followers. This encouraged the practice of pilgrimage or ziyarat to his grave. People from especially the followers of that sheikh, the people from the different regions, they came there to worship his teacher or sheikh, particularly on his death anniversary, especially. It is believed that after the death, the soul of sheikh, get united with the soul of Allah. It means that the sheikh united with the Allah. People sought their blessing to attain material and spiritual benefits. This evolved the cult of the sheikh, revered as Wali. They called the sheikh, the cult of the sheikh, like as a Wali. Now, again, we see the Sufism was divided into the two parts, Ba Sharia and Be Sharia Sufis. What does this meaning? Ba Sharia were those Sufis who adhere with the Shariat or Sharia, those who follow the rules of the Sharia. And Be Sharia Sufis were those who ignored this Sharias or Shiara, and they were against this Sharias. They were not follow the rules of the Sharia. Chishtis in the subcontinent. On the groups of the Sufis who migrated to India in the late 12th century. The Chishtis were the most influential. The people they were follows these Chishtis. This was because they adapted successfully to the local environment and adopted several features of the Indian devotional traditions. So, because these Chishtis, these people, they adopted the uh, our Indian traditions as well as the local environment. They use the local language of the people of that region. So the people they were follows these Chishtis. Now the Chishtis order, founded in India by Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti. I think you heard this name. His disciple was the famous, that one is Bakhtiyar Kaki. Famous Chishti leaders Nizamuddin Aulia and Nazir Uddin Chirage Delhi. Now the Sharwadi order, famous leader Sheikh Shiabuddin Sharwadi and the Hamid Uddin Nagori. These were also the famous Chishti leaders. Life in the Chishti's Kanka. The Kanka was the center of the social life. It means hospice. It comprised several small rooms and a big hall where inmates and visitors lived and prayed. The sheikh lived in a small room on the roof of the hall where he met his visitors in the morning and evening. There was an open kitchen where the langar was going on from morning till evening. People from all walks of life. It means that people from the maybe the artisans, maybe the king, maybe the ministers, maybe the poor people, all type of the people from morning to till evening, they came to seek the blessing from the sheikh in various matters. Other visitors included poets such as the Amir Hassan Sidi and the Amir Khusro and the court historian Jauddin Barani, and all of them wrote about the sheikh. So these visitors or these poets, they were also visited the hospice or kanka of the Chishtis. The practice that were adopted by the Chishtis in their Kanka. It means that the people, those who visited there, which type of the practice they were doing. The first one is bowing before the sheikh. They were bowing, bow their head before the sheikh. Second, offering water to visitors. Then shaving the heads of initiates. Then yogic exercise. The people, those who follows the Chishtis, they were have to adopted all these practices. Sheikh Nizamuddin appointed his disciples to set up hospices in various parts of the subcontinent. In this way, they came in touch with the people, which led to the popularization of the Chishti's practices, teachings, and also the fame of the Sheikh. So, in this way, Sheikh was not popular at one place, the Sheikh was also popular on the different parts of the subcontinent. So, the different hospices on the name of the Sheikh Nizamuddin were also built. Now, the Chishti devotionalism, ziyarat, and Qawwali. Pilgrimage. Pilgrimage called the ziyarat. Tombs of the Sufi saint is prevalent all over the Muslim world. This practice is an occasion for seeking the Sufi's spiritual grace or barakat. For more than 7 centuries, people from different walks of life expressed their devotion at the dargah of the five great Chishtis saints. The name of that five main Chishti saints were the Sheikh Moinuddin Chishti, Khwaja Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki, Sheikh Fariduddin Ganj Shakhar, then Sheikh Nizamuddin Aulia and Sheikh Nasiruddin Chirage Dehli. The use of music and dance, including the mystical chants performed by specially trained musicians and the qawwals to evoke divine ecstasy, is also the part of ziyarat. So the trained musicians and the qawwals, they were performed there in the hospices or kanka, for the praise of their chishtis. The Sufis remember God either by reciting the zikr, the divine name, or evoking his presence through sama or performance of mystical music known as Qawwali. So they were in the form of the Qawwali, they were performed in with the help of the music even also. They were worship the god and reciting, that one is known as the zikr. Dargah of Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti. Now we discuss about the Dargah of Khwaja, this Chishti, Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti. The most popular Dargah is that the Khwaja Moinuddin. popularly known as the Garib Nawaz. Garib Nawaz means comforter of the poor. The Dargah became so popular because of the following reason. The first one is the austerity and piety of the Sheikh, greatness of his spiritual successors, and the patronage of the royal visitors. The royal people, they were also they patronage, they were gave the dan to the this the to the Dargah of Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti. And location of Ajmer. The second reason was that the location of Ajmer was another factor of its popularity. How? Because it was located on the trade route connecting the Delhi and Gujarat, it attracted numbers of travelers. So the people, when they were also using this route, they were also visited this Dargah. Then Muhammad bin Tughlaq was the first sultan to visit this Dargah. Akbar, the Mughal emperor, visited Dargah at Ajmer 14 times in his life, and these visits were aimed at seeking blessing for new conquest, fulfilling of his vows, and to get sons. So, for all these, for fulfilling their um blessings, or to getting the blessing from the Khwaja Moinuddin, Akbar visited there 14 times. Many of his wishes were soon fulfilled, and thus, as an offering, when his wishes were fulfilled, then he gave all these things to the Khwaja Moinuddin, to this Dargah. First, he gave generous gifts on each visit. Then he offered a huge cauldron to facilitate cooking for pilgrims. That cauldrons means like as a that one is used in the kitchen. He even got a mosque constructed within the dargah. So he gave all these things to the Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti. Okay, student, thank you.